It's 8:40 for this Tuesday morning, and Gus, he's nice time in Bayview this morning.
Really? What a talented woman he's talking with today, Gus.
We're talking with the folks at Korinthian Violins, and they make violins here, they play violins here, and violas and cellos as well. Tell you all about Korinthian Violins in Bayview when we come back in a moment or two. Stay with us.
She plays the violin, she makes violins, very talented young lady here, and Gus is with her this morning in Bayview. Gus?
That's right. The store has only been open a few months here. It's Korinthian Violins in Bayview. If you're looking for the address, it's at 2900 South Delaware, tossing distance to South Shore Park. That's an easy way to find it. It's a beautiful location, too. We've been talking to Korinthia Klein, who's the owner here, and the artist, the technician, the builder of building violins and violas. She's building one for herself. But we've also managed to get some of her friends in with us today. This is the Cream City String Quartet. Your name is?
Ellen Scott.
Ellen, you play violin?
I do.
Do they give you a number in a quartet? I mean, there's a first violin and all of that?
Yes, first violin.
Okay, so the first violin leads the melody? Is that how it works?
It does, and plays the higher line, melody line.
Okay. Now that means, unfortunately, you're the second violin. You are?
Second fiddle.
Second fiddle. And you are?
Linda Binder.
Linda, you play with this quartet, also with what orchestra?
Well, I also play, I sub with some of the area orchestras like Festival City, and I play mandolin as well, so I play with the samba orchestra in Chicago.
Well, just watch the rhythms. Bach and samba don't get, of course, we met Corinthia a bit earlier. Your name is obviously the viola, right? That's hers. No, you play the cello.
Cello, and I play cello with the Cream City Quartet, and my name is Ingrid Tichcheva, and
Ingrid
Tichcheva.
That's going to take some skill to learn that one. You're going to play a little bit for us this morning, because now all of you said instantly that if you had some problems with your instruments, and these are your passions, you would let Corinthia repair them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
She already has.
She already has. She's the wizard. So what are we going to hear a little bit of this morning? About a minute's worth of?
This is Bach Brandenburg Concerto No. 3.
Okay, folks. This is it. Music for breakfast. Ladies, go right ahead. Korinthia Klein turns it into beautiful instruments that in turn create music like this. We'll tell you more about Korinthian Violins in Bayview and the work that's done here, and a little more of Corinthia's story herself when we come back a little later this morning. Stay with us.
Gus, thanks.
Right now, we want to toss it out to Gus Gnorski. It's 8:46, and this morning the Gus Tour is stopping at a very talented woman's place down in Bayview. This is some impressive pieces of art, Gus.
It's a piece of art in the instrument itself and the way it's put together, and also in the way it's played and performed. We're at Korinthian Violins, which is located in an ice cream store. There's a message in there somewhere. Korinthia Klein it's named after you in the first place, but this store hasn't been open that long.
No, we opened the beginning of this year.
And that was because your husband spent a little while overseas.
He did. He was in Iraq, and I was here with 2 children. I was pregnant when he left, so I kind of had to pare back everything I did. And when he was getting ready to come home, I started emailing him and said, what do you want to do? Because I don't have, my life has been unraveled a little bit, and he didn't have a job to come back to. And I said, and I've saved the money that you earned while you've been away. He said, well, let's open a store. I think that would be exciting and fun. And so it's been really great. It's been really fun to sort of put together a space that reflects the things that interest me, and I'm trying really hard to provide the kind of service that, I would have liked to have seen here,
Now, when you say service, in addition to manufacturing the stringed instruments and then varnishing them and then setting them up, tuning them, I think you called it, you also you offer lessons, you teach, you perform, you have rentals here. My goodness, it's quite a business.
Well, I don't teach here. I actually teach over at MISO in the percussions department, and I teach at the Wisconsin Conservatory of Music. But I do have a big list of teachers. If anyone needs teachers, I can find you one. And I do have rentals. And I do a lot of repairs, and I rehair bows and that sort of thing.
It's a big project, and they're marvelous instruments. And I have to tell you, most people just don't appreciate the amount of work that goes into making one and keeping one going. And I don't want to call them delicate, because you put them through a little bit of abuse. Now, now you're joined here by the ladies of the Cream City String Quartet. You were playing a little music for us a bit earlier. I'm caught in the back here because it's not a huge place. 2900 South Delaware is the location of the shop. It's Korinthian Violins. We're going to hear a little bit of, this time it's not, is it Bach again?
Mozart this time.
Wolfie, go right ahead, with apologies. A little Mozart for your breakfast. Corinthian Violins, 2900 South Delaware Avenue. Our special thanks to Korinthia Klein and to all the members of the Cream City String Quartet for performing for us this morning. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's move from Bayview, though, back to you folks in Brown Deer.
Very nice segue. Thanks, Gus.